Okay. All right. We didn't have a
Okay.
recording last week, so happy health habits. October, is it the 29th today?
Yes, it is.
October
It is.
29th. Congratulations, because you seeing the screen? You
Yes.
you loved yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. So congratulations. Pat yourself on the back, right? Give yourself a great big hug and high fives all around for showing up to grow
Yes.
up. We will take a few deep breaths, and I was feeling my level rise right before lunch, and I was holding my breath, and I went, remember, breathe. When in doubt, breathe out. Right? Breathe out.
Yes.
When in doubt, breathe
Very
out.
good.
Raise your hand if you have used the when in doubt, breathe out or
Yes.
stop challenge choose lately. Have you done that lately? Yes, good. Good. That is a daily battle to remember to do it, right? Um, but the optimist does it. The optimist knows the way. They are the optimistic activist. And look at this slide. I came upon this. I thought this was awesome. The mission of an optimist. I thought I should just read this because I came across this in some of the slides I screenshotted from a training. And I think it's pretty profound. So the optimistic, right, activist, which is what we are, we see the big picture. Weight loss is a long journey and every small step counts.
Yes,
We
it
are
does.
passionate about educating people on living a healthy lifestyle, one habit at a time. Our commitment is to be empathetic in our actions, supporting those whose goal is not just to lose weight, but to master it. We cheer
Yes.
them on every step of the way, helping make a healthy lifestyle second nature for all. How,
Yes.
how great is
Nice.
that? Isn't that awesome?
Yes, that is.
I just love that. I'm going to copy the graphic and I'll put it in the chat so you guys can steal it and keep it because it's really good, right? We're celebrating
Yes.
small victories, many milestones matter, daily goals, we're mastering our goal here. If you're new here, like Teresa, I haven't seen you much, but is to master habits, not the scale. Okay. Because that's really where the secret sauce lies. And you guys are our people. We are our tribe. We are together here. We're all in the same boat. And the people on the win calls, right? The people on Monday nights. We're all the same tribe and we're sticking together and we are not stuck. We're just in process. So,
Yes.
remember your families when we're getting together for the holidays now, guys. Remember to, family, keep your eyes peeled because everyone's got a family history, right? Diabetes, heart disease, strokes, all the things. Keep your eyes wide open, and your ears peeled because we can now say out loud that we have the tools to reduce, reverse, and
Mhm.
prevent all of these issues. So if anyone is ready, the key is starting with our blood sugar, keeping it regular, keeping it dull raw, right? So this is the key to all of the start of the metabolic reset and the metabolic synchronicity. And if you got anybody seen their email yet today, I sent out the metabolic synchronicity new YouTube thing that
Yeah.
Optavia put out. It is so awesome. We could probably pop it on today and share it here in the group if you want, but it's the links in the email. Metabolic synchronicity is where it's at. And if we master our blood sugar and our insulin and our pancreas pump, all of our systems and our metabolically, all of our systems will reset. They will all heal over time if we just master this one thing. So it really isn't
Mhm.
that difficult. It's simple, but it's not easy, right? So
Mhm.
we just have to master the simple thing and it's be willing to be in process with that and it will cause miracles all the time and like I said a few weeks ago, you all could be a part of that study that they did because you've gotten off meds, you've reduced, right, your waist circumference, you've maybe even not like Betty, you're not pre-diabetic anymore, you've literally reversed
Yay.
process, right? So we all
Yes.
are products of this and it's factual, it's real, and it works, and it's been working for a long time, and now we can just open our
Yes.
mouths wide about it. And still people are going to turn away because they don't want to do anything other than take a pill. And that's really sad, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for those people who don't want to just take a pill, they're welcome to join us. Right? So looking forward to what's happening with their company. I think they're going to even maybe change the name and rebrand us and everything. So by next year, this time, we should have some new fun products I'm hearing and some new fun things. I don't know. It's all a work in progress. So keep working on it one day at a time, and we'll just see how it all unfolds. And we get to be a part of it. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Hi, Carrie. You're here too. I'm so glad. Okay, so
Hello.
let's get the
You can
party
make me
started.
co-host if you want.
Okay, let's get the
And
party
yeah, I
started.
just popped in a little late, but I'm
Okay,
listening.
I'm glad you're here as always. I'm always
Good.
all right. So 12. Let me see if I can find. Okay, so just a little note, guys. I don't know if you've been in touch with Phyllis. I meant to call her this morning, but she is still dealing with her treatments. And then
Okay.
and Margot, I emailed you guys today
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Margot's in the
Yeah. I saw
hospital.
that.
Yeah, so go ahead and reach out if you don't have her number or their numbers.
Okay.
Let me know, and we'll make sure to redo that again. Just let them know that we're thinking of them.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah,
Thank you.
when did Margot go in?
it was when
It's been
I
a
was,
while.
yeah, it
Because we
was when
didn't
I,
see her last week, so I didn't
She
know.
wasn't here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it was when I was, yeah, it was
gone.
been almost a couple weeks now. I can't remember the date
Wow. Yeah,
because
when
of
did
my,
you get back? Maybe you already said.
um, see, I was back Saturday night. I was back Saturday night. So
Cool, cool,
my
cool.
share. So let's see. We have Monday night to talk about metabolic
Mhm.
synchronicity. If you've seen that video, I'd love to have a comment on that. The doctors were Monday. Um, the Purge project I had note of. I never did start my Purge project, but Roxy had started us on that. I don't know if anyone did that, so we could have updates along that way. Um, if anyone's tried that awesome soft pretzel, and if you saw my cheese
Oh,
dip,
Yes.
so we can talk about fuelings and hack ideas and let's see. Um, all right, so let's hear some wins of the week. Who wants to start? To my right, Betty, you want to start?
Sure. I would love to start. I've got a couple of things that really stood out is the other day my husband said to me, uh, "Are you ever going to go back on that diet?" And I said, "I've never left it. It's here." And it realized that my it's so ingrained that what's happened there, little steps happens for me. But he thinks that, oh, well, her diet's over and she's done with. I thought that was hysterical. And just before I came on, I checked my phone thing, and I read your thing, your little note there about the tribes and the optimists and the activists. And he got a good laugh about it. He said, "Yeah, yeah, okay." But I think it's funny that my habits are so ingrained in me right now that he thought that I wasn't on a diet anymore, even though he knows that I'm not dieting. And
Yay!
the other thing you posted the other night, where that one little thing I looked at, and all the symptoms of where you might be, and I started reading them. There's a whole bunch of symptoms there that I used to be 2 years ago, am no longer um, they don't apply to me anymore. I'm not pre-diabetic. I'm not all those different things. I have energy. I have, it's really wonderful. And the last thing I want to say is Victor, who is Victor and Roxy, when I do their thing on Thursday. Well, he and I, or Friday, he and I were the only ones on. So he said, "Now I can finally ask you, what is that behind you?" And so I could show him my Stop Challenge Shoes thing and tell him about this. He was so. There's a gentleman out in California now who just enjoyed the quilt that we made. Not this year, last year we made that. So Those are just
Yay!
little wins, but they bring such joy, you know? They bring joy.
Oh, fantastic. Bravo. Those are big
Mhm.
those are big wins. Big
Yeah,
wins. Don't
yeah.
you
Yeah,
love
I
everybody? I
loved your
think
quilt. Is that gonna be 2 years ago already that we did the
I think it is because we
vision
did
board
the
and you did the quilt? Yeah,
yeah, I did the
awesome.
whole quilt and stuff like that, and I still look at it, but he could see it in the background, and, I held the thing up and, I said, "Here's my village, and I've got you guys, and I've got doctors in the church, and I've got all these my sewing group, and I have everybody here,
that's
and
awesome. And I mailed out the bookmarks you
Yeah.
made and
and I
Thank
got
you,
my
Betty.
sewing machine back, so I can start making some more too.
Yeah,
So
I love mine.
Jolie, I just sent you one. Hey, Carrie,
Oh,
Jolie, I just sent you
awesome.
one. You should have one, and I think Yvonne does. I'm not sure. Sharon,
yeah,
Did you have any purge projects? Because Roxy's here, and she might want to hear if you did any 10-minute tidies. I don't know if she
yes,
started.
I have. I've been doing 10-minute tidies. I've been going. This morning I went through and I cleared off another bookshelf, and I've gone through, and now I'm going through the exercises, what's recipes, what's those no longer apply. Adios, adios, they're gone. Um, so I've just been cleaning a bookshelf at a time, a drawer. I've got a file drawer redone. So I did this morning, I did a file drawer and a bookshelf, and I got those
Yay.
done.
Awesome. Good for
So
you. Awesome, girl. Any quick learns from a win call from Monday night? Any quick learns or takeaways
yes,
from
I
your life
do.
book?
Couple of things that I want to try from Monday night. They said they make the cake, the cinnamon cake mix. She
Mhm.
says she mixes it. She puts a little bit of cottage cheese in it, and she puts sugar-free a little bit of sugar-free jello in it and mixes that up. So I haven't tried that. I just got that one. And one thing that I've tried, Dr. Michelle gave me the recipe for the chocolate shake mix and the peanut butter mix, and you do 3 tablespoons of water, and you divide the peanut butter into two, put it in the freezer for an hour, then then you do the chocolate one, and you put that on top and put it in. I didn't have the peanut butter, so I used strawberry. It's delicious. And then I made vanilla with a scoop of the powdered peanut butter, and that's good too. I can't wait till my next order comes in with the peanut butter to try that.
So
But
it's a little ice cream square with two flavors.
only it's a nice big one. It's about that big around and like this. And the only trouble is, this is for compulsive overeaters. If you want to eat it at 7:30 at night, you have to take it out about 7:10, because it's hard as a rock. You can't chip it up. You're there with your
Yeah.
phone. Hurry up, hurry up. So
Awesome.
just do
Awesome.
Awesome.
compulsive overeaters don't have a patience, but I am learning. Stop, challenge, and choose. Find something else to do. I read my book, My Habits of Health, or life book, while I wait till 7:30 so that
Ah,
I can enjoy
that
it.
is great. That is awesome, Betty. Thank you. What a great fueling hack, share. Thank you very much. That sounds fantastic.
It is. It's really good.
And remember those silicone trays are nice because they pop out things, right? We talked
Yeah.
about that a
Yeah.
while ago.
But
So
this
thank
is
you.
bigger than that. It's a nice serving, and it makes 2 servings, so you have it for 2 nights. But
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That sounds fantastic. I love it. I
okay.
love it. That's
A-
great.
And
Jolie,
I tried the new strawberry shortcake. Yesterday I had half, and I had half today, this morning. Yeah. Really,
oh,
really good. Dr. Michelle gave that to me yesterday. She had a present for me.
I don't
Yay!
have them yet. I don't have them yet. I'm so
Oh,
excited.
I beat you. I beat you to eating one.
That's
But
awesome. I can't wait
they're
to try.
they're really good. They're very sweet. I was today it was okay, but yesterday it was like, "Oh, this is so sweet,"
Yeah.
but it really is good, so
Just be careful with that. Use quarter, eat them in a quarter. If it's too sweet
yeah,
for you, just eat a quarter at a time, just like a little treat. So Jolie, thank you, Betty. Jolie,
you're
what
welcome.
is your win or your learn and your growth this week?
Well, one, I'm here today. It's been a wild week, but I was Monday night. Where was I? Oh gosh.
With
Anyways,
the doctor?
You're at a volleyball game.
thank you. Oh my God. Anyways, okay. So I gotta listen to Monday night yet, and I forwarded that to my daughter Holly because with the cardiologist and her husband just going through that cardiologist experience. So she was really looking forward to listening to that. So I forwarded that and I have not talked to her yet today. We've been kind of focused a fair amount on Jamaica because we have some um, people there that have become family to us. So we've been doing a lot trying to help them, and we're just waiting for some news to be sure that Hudson and his little girl and his mother are okay. Um, but the pretzel thing is phenomenal. Now I do have a question. When you do the pretzel thing and then you grind up the mac and cheese, is that to be considered
That is
two?
two fuelings. It's two fuelings, but if you want to have half of your pretzel and half of the cheese, then that's
Okay.
one.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
okay, and I can do that. But if someone would eat it all, then you'd only have four in one that day, a four in one. I mean, you wouldn't have
Yeah,
five fuelings.
yeah,
That's
you
what I'm
probably
wondering is when you double up on two fuelings, how you're supposed to record that
just just have you
part of
just
it.
that's yeah. If you couldn't
Okay,
stop and you ate the whole thing, that's two fuelings, and then you have only three left.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
Space it out if you can, but
yeah.
yeah,
it
yeah,
it's two.
yeah,
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah,
they
okay,
are wonderful, fresh, and yeah, and that was my one time I actually made the pretzel the way it's supposed to look, and it's probably the only time I'm ever gonna do that. So that's why I took pictures because I'm probably never gonna take the time. But yeah, the cheese dip
yeah,
thing you can use for vegetables as well. You could use grind up the cheese,
sure,
mac and cheese, and use it as a cheese dip. You
That
know,
yeah, yeah,
put some
yeah.
salsa in it, put some hot peppers or cayenne or however you want to flavor it and use it as a dip for something else, which,
yes,
veggies,
the
perfect.
celery, wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
celery,
little,
yeah.
yeah.
So,
So good.
I
I'm
don't have
glad
a
you,
lot, I don't have a lot to report, but I'm,
okay,
That's a
I'm
good one.
but
Yeah,
you did it.
I'm just still here and
that
doing
Yes,
fine,
you
good.
are.
and doing fine.
And you're still
Good.
doing your movement and you're
Yeah,
doing
and
your movement.
I had a was struggling with the water again, but I'm back on that. Um, I wasn't, I wasn't getting the 64 ounces in, and
Mhm.
but I'm doing better on that. So
Now you can tell a difference. You can, so
yeah,
you learn, that was a learning moment. Like now I can tell the difference. Did you take yourself through why did you fall off? What happened? What was missing and what's next? How can that
um,
page 37
I
or
37. You said
page 137,
130. Okay,
whenever you fall off the wagon fall off your healthy habit. I don't want to say the wagon. Wagons don't exist, but what happened? What did you want to have happen? What's missing? And what's next? That's kind of the
yeah,
process to take yourself through. Okay, so
yeah,
go
yeah.
through that. See what you
Um,
can.
I one thing that I thought was kind of cute because on Wednesdays is my cook day for some elderly people, 97 and 100 years old. And last week, I went to deliver my meal to Uncle Ray, And he said, I can tell in your face that you've lost some weight. Pam told me that you're doing something special. And I said, yeah, well, thank you for noticing. And then after we're done visiting and everything, we always give each other a hug. And he said, you've lost weight. And I thought it was just kind of cute coming from my 97-year-old uncle.
That's awesome. Well,
That's sweet.
I want to just give you guys Betty and you a round of applause because your little clips from our sessions have been posted online, and Jolie is like a celebrity. Hers has been watched so many times.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good.
I have lost track. I don't know if Sharon is keeping track, but she was a huge hit, and everyone wanted to hear Jolie's success story, her milestone story, and it was amazing. And it's truly
Oh, good.
shocking. And Betty, I posted your little clip about not being pre-diabetic anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know you
good,
don't,
good.
I know you're not seeing that on Facebook, but thank you because that just shows people that it's possible to not be pre-diabetic anymore by
I
making
know.
the right
It's
choices.
it's wonderful. It's
Yeah.
really one. I was reading
Yeah.
something the other day and I thought, that's not me. I beat
No.
the system.
Yeah.
And
You beat the system.
and by doing it naturally, nobody gave me 52
Yeah.
shots so that I'm
Yeah.
cured,
Yeah.
you know.
Betty,
So,
So
I have shared your story with many people
oh, well,
whether I'm at a
good.
volleyball game, a football game, whatever, when we just visit, I've told, because I
Nice.
know a lot of people who were pre-diabetic or diabetic, not on insulin, but on medications and such.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I share you around.
yep.
Oh, thank
Your
you.
name's all around.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. See, our stories make a difference for other people.
Yeah.
And Sheila, beware because I'm about to do your clip too because of your body loving on your body clip. I love that one, and I want to share that one. So Sheila, but share what your aha moment was just this weekend or this since Monday, really, rather, wasn't it? Oh,
Mon-
you're on mute still. I'm gonna share her body loving clip. I got to go back and catch it, but that's a definite good sharer because people.
Okay. Sorry, I can't. This stupid phone and gets me frustrated with the unmute and the mute stuff going on. So, I would say that my big win for this week was to just learn that I always thought to myself that, well, in order to lose weight, because I had weight loss surgery, so they totally pushed like protein shakes and protein bars. So in my brain, all I kept hearing was, oh, you need to eat a protein shake. You need to eat a protein bar. And that's how you're going to lose weight, right? And then I said to Amy this morning, I'm like, forgetting that I have all of this food in my pantry that, duh, I can have a brownie. I can have some soup. Completely forgot that it was even back there because I've just been so focused on protein shakes and protein bars. And so for me, it's just kind of coming to the realization that I have all the tools that I need. I just need to like remember that I have them. And so that was something that I thought about this weekend, but I don't really know. I don't remember what else I said this morning when we were talking, Amy. I
It was
apologize.
kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Like
Correct.
she got into it was Monday night. I think Monday night when the doctors were talking about
Yep.
the nutrient density in the
Yeah.
fuelings,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
and I don't take vitamins anymore. And I was like, yay! If I can just eat these, I don't have to take vitamins. This is great.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so she got stuck in her head that we talked about this early on, right? But when you have diet trauma brain, which we all have, we get into these old ways of thinking, right? Which is why we do habit
Yes.
finder over and over and over again, because we get stuck in these ways that aren't these ideas that aren't true. And so
Yeah.
just remember it's okay. It's not dumb. You're not stupid. There's no moral lack of willpower. It's just that we get stuck in our tapes, our loops, and we
Yes. Yeah.
and so we kind of work through that too because she likes to, Sheila is not a stupid woman. Sheila is just she's we just all get in this same ruts, right? So when we're stuck in the rut, that's why we show up at these so we can get out of the rut and get ourselves back, into reality. And so I want to just say bravo and thank you again for sharing that today because I mean, she literally put all her fuelings in the cupboard away, right? You didn't even, right?
Completely, completely forgot that they were there. Like, just, I was in the back pantry and I'm like, duh, why do I only eat protein bars and protein shakes? This is stupid. Like, I have a whole bunch of, and it's cold up here. I mean, I don't know where you all are at, but it's like 29 in the morning. And I'm like, I could be having soup in the morning. I could be having a
Yes.
nice warm breakfast in the morning, you know? And I just completely just didn't even process it, just forgot that they were there. And yeah, so.
Mhm. Yeah. So I just put the macro and micronutrients document in the chat again too for everybody because I want you to remember when the doctors were on talking Monday night, there is no other substitute product like these guys. There just is not another product because it is a medically formulated meal. It does have everything it needs if you take 5 in a day to give you everything you need, including a lean and green meal. So it is not, there are not Cliff bars are not like it. Granola bars are not like it. Kind
Yeah.
bars, no. There's nothing, it's its own class, okay? So if you need to review what the vitamins and minerals are, and they're just for your own brain, please do. Because it's really good. It's really, really good for you, and it's going to keep you fuller longer in between. So Sheila, bravo. Thank you so much for admitting that you got stuck in the head, and now you're out. Now she's got it all out. She's going to make a plan, and we got your aminos once a day, and then you're going to have what are you going to do, Sheila? What's your plan? Are you going to have one a day, two a day? What are you going to do? What's your plan?
I'm going to do the aminos once a day and I'm going to finish up all of my stuff, probably doing at least 3, if not 4. So then with the aminos and then 4, and then that would give me what? Kind of 5, but not, but you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
almost, but it's just,
perfect.
I can't do so. Yeah, never mind. It's nothing, but no, I'm good. So I'll get there. I just brought it back
Yep,
out. Duh.
yep, yep. So the plan
A
is
moment.
the plan is crowd out the bad with the good. Just
Yep.
put those in first, and then you probably don't want any of the other stuff, and then that's a great plan, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
It's a great plan. That's the plan. We
But
we we have
oh, I'm so sorry, but I have to go back to work. So,
okay. Thank
I
you for sharing.
thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Love you. Bye.
Yes. Thank you for
Bye.
coming.
All right, so let's see around a circle. Teresa, I don't know if you've ever shared. If you'd like to, we're just kind of going around a circle here. If Teresa wants to share, Patricia. Either in don't wanna put you on the spot, but if you want to, go ahead and take off mute. Roxy's probably working, but she can chime in. Too. I have not done a purge project. I'll tell you, I was at Disney and there is no way I was that. Yeah, that did not happen, but I would still like to. Uh, but if you can talk, that would be great. So let's see, who would be next in the circle now? Here, Sharon, what's a win from you and a learn for the week?
Um, well, I did a purge project. Got rid of a couple boxes of Maggie's magazines that I don't know why I had them, but they were just occupying space. So that's a start. I've been doing more of the that Dave talks about, 15-minute power sessions. That way I can feel I got something done that I really wanted to get done. Instead of it sitting on the table for, because I can't, I mean, just like schedule it. I just like, okay, I'm gonna spend 15 minutes at this. And it does feel good. He talks about it adding to your self-worth. So I like that. I got a lot more to purge though. So, um,
Oh,
and
yes.
Monday nights, I want to listen to it again, but I learned so much about, well, they talked a lot about the keto diet, which I thought was really interesting because I know people that have done I'm just going to do keto,
Yeah.
but they just keep doing, they keep doing keto they got to keep doing it.
It's a diet.
Um,
Yeah.
they don't ever, develop the habits. And so they're just, well, I'll just go back on keto. I'm like, well, the habits, you haven't developed the habits aren't there. That's
No,
why they have to keep going back on keto. and learned so much about how like, whoa, I mean, like 10 grams of keto, 10 grams of carbs. Well, our brains need well more than that. So
Yeah, they talked about the downfalls of keto, which is
Yeah.
great. Hmm.
I
Yeah.
really, so
Yeah.
I really want to, that was really interesting to understand that because I didn't know really that much about keto, but well,
Okay.
that's all.
That's all.
That's
Well,
all.
I got a lot more, but go ahead.
Well, so that's great. Yeah. So you're just getting some distinctions about that. We talked a little bit about it with Amy too, about it, how it is just a diet and it is completely deficient for long-term health.
Yeah.
It's not a sustainable thing for your brain, and it's just not sustainable. I don't know anyone that can sustain it, or anyone who has, and I've done it. I've been there and done that all the, yeah. So, so that's a good aha moment. So now when you run into those people, Sharon, you can say, well, do over time, short term, it's okay, but over long term, you're really deficient in, right? You're overdoing the fats and and the protein, and you're underdoing all the other nutrients that vegetables and healthy carbohydrates, complex carbs give you. Period. That's you're just going to develop a deficiency. And the reason why you're on and off is it doesn't include habits, which you already said. So it's a no-brainer. So thank you, Sharon, for sharing. And Sharon is
Yes.
keeping an eye on her protein levels, keeping her protein up. So she's on her on her plan too, because her plan is different than Sheila's and different than Betty's. So her plan is to have 120 grams of protein, which is not an easy thing either, right, Sharon? Yep. And
When you take into account, when you start figuring it out, like, oh, wow. Yeah.
oh wow, it's a lot. And Patricia now too. We met with Dr. Mike, and she's working on bulk, getting meaner here, not leaner and meaner at the same time. So we got her on a new strategy for her muscle building and strengthening, and so that was great. He was excellent, wasn't he, Patricia? He was awesome, and at her age and stage, he was dead
Yeah,
on. So that was great.
you know, from what he told, because he told me he wanted me to do 120,
Hmm.
120 protein. The carbs were supposed to be like at some strange number, 170 something, and I was like saying that's crazy. And something else. And so I talked to, last week's session, I said to everyone that revisited my Fitness Pal and I installed the Eat Wise app. That's excellent. Everybody should use that. It's a
Eat
no-brainer.
wise.
Eat Wise, yes, it's a no-brainer. But anyway, from my Fitness Pal, I'm noticing that I'm able to do the protein. The protein is easy. In fact, I'm over the protein. My protein is like 140 grams.
Because
My
you have the right tools. You have the easy tools, right?
right. I'm using, and I'm like, I am doing everything correctly. And my calorie count, he wanted it to be like 100 and no, 1700 or something. And I was like saying, I will gain weight with that. And sure enough, when I was doing it on my own and manual and counting that's crazy. Trying to keep track manually of your calories, your protein, your carbs, and your fat manually is such a struggle, at least for me.
Yeah.
So I that's when I did the MyFitnessPal. But
Yeah.
I
What was
find
the
that
other app? What was the other app? The what
Eat wise.
Wise, Eat Wise.
Yeah,
Wise.
I
it
just,
was,
And
Mary Gomad, I think, told us about it recently, but that's a great one.
well, that was one that they talked about at a win call. And
Yeah,
I
and
tried to
that was the one she brought
download
up
it.
too.
Yeah, I tried downloading it, but I kept getting the wrong one. Apparently, there's a space between the eat and the wise, and I didn't know that. So, thank you for sending us that link, Karen.
Awesome.
so
Awesome.
I have a question. So can you use the Eat Wise for, I mean, it basically tells you when you should eat every two and a half or 3 hours, right?
Two and a half
So
hours.
could you not use that for water? Um, you know, you don't put anything in, but it's just a notification, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So you can,
I can't figure out how to, if you could change the timing. It seems like it's just set for 2.5 hours, but it does give you notifications that if you go past the 2.5 hours, it says, do you want to push it back 15 minutes, 20 minutes, a half an hour? So you can extend it to the 3 hours, but you can't bring it down. But what I have found is if I eat earlier than the time that it says, it just adjusts all the times going forward. So I find it to be ultra helpful.
but I just thought, I mean, you could use it dual purpose for water too.
Yeah, no,
Well, I mean, just a notification that, okay, well, if I'm gonna have a fueling, I
you
should
might
be
as well
having,
drink
I should
some
be having
water.
water too.
That's good. I have no problem with water though.
I'll have to try it. I have not tried it. Well, thank you for sharing. I'm so glad. So you're feeling really good on this new recommendation. She was scared, but it sounds like you're feeling better, right?
Yeah, because I tweaked what he said. I I'm sorry. I am not one for doing something 100% when somebody says, I will try 100% the way you say to do it. But if I see it's not really working for me because everybody's body is different.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just, I love Optavia, but it wasn't, it's not flowing the same way for me as it was flowing for everyone else. So I had to tweak it a little to make,
What did you do? You tweaked down the carbohydrates or the down up the, is that what
had
you
to
did?
tweak down the carbohydrates. My body
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
cannot go
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
like 90 grams of carbohydrates because
And
otherwise,
that's what he said is like there's option A, which should be ideal, but then there's the way your body processes, and
right,
you have to it's science, but it's not the same for everybody. So that's
exactly,
perfect. But you have the
exactly,
tools of how to see. Here's the beauty in this whole thing. We each have the tools to drive our metabolism like a stick shift. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, right? We have that tool and we have the knowledge and we have the support. If this isn't going right, how do I get back there, right? So isn't it great? I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. I love it. And that's all about this metabolic synchronicity, the metabolic reset, guys. It's you got to learn how to run your metabolism. It's and be in charge of it. So that's what we're doing here. That's what we're up to ultimately. So awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Patricia. Some of us are trying to get where you are, and some of us are already there. But no matter what, it's all a good learning experience. So thank you for sharing, and we all learn from each other at every stage and age, right? Jane, do you want to share anything today? You're here loud and in person, and do you have a win and a learn or something you learned from your experience or from a webinar or a training? Oh, you're on mute, girl.
I've been
Hey, Rob.
enjoying listening to the discussions about the Optavia 3.0, and I I like listening to you guys talk and what's working for you, and that's very helpful.
Good.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. We thank you for being here and supporting, everybody, and we support you whatever you need. Love and hugs. Yep, I gotta say, Jane Ann's on every training, every coach training. She's a bleeding heart. She's so, and she was the first coach on my team to be certified to be a coach, you guys. So she is,
Well, I am
she
really
is
having trouble
awesome.
sharing the information with people. I feel like I don't know what to say. They're not the ones
Mhm,
I've talked to need it, but they don't seem terribly interested in learning more about it. So I
mhm.
could use some advice in that area.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the question is, do you struggle with XYZ? Are you the question always is, are you looking for solutions? Are you looking for answers? Are you looking for help? Because if they're not, they're not, and they're just
I think they're
not.
not the ones I've talked to.
Then you just have to move on
Move
and just
on. Yeah.
just let me know because I got all kinds of information and I can share all kinds of tools and tips and whatever. But if you're not ready, doesn't matter. It's gonna fall on deaf ears. So move on. Just say next. Next. That's seriously, it happens to me all the time, Jane. So it's probably just about talking to more people, really. It's just because that happens to me
Yeah.
too.
Jump
So
jump in on that one, Amy Kroll.
yeah,
Got your
go ahead,
hand up.
Amy.
Go for it.
Well, I agree with what Amy says, the other Amy says, of course. I just wanted to mention, because I struggle with that too, Jane, very much. People are so resistant. So I'm sure you probably listened to Dave Blanchard and him talking about the walls of resistance. I did this morning. I listened to last Thursday's advanced class or whatever, they keep changing the name of it, but the second class where he talks to coaches. I highly recommend listening to that one if you haven't already, because he talks again about the walls of resistance and stuff. And even if someone seems totally opposed to it at first, maybe don't give up on them right away, but keep building bridges, because Dave Blanchard talks about building bridges, and he had a whole thing about it. I forgot when or where that was. And he
Yep.
had little diagrams and everything. Um, but you keep loving them, asking how they're doing, just connecting in other ways. It may not even have to do with health, and like just maybe look for opportunities to share little things that could help them. Just let them know that you really care and you're there to help them in all different ways of life. And eventually, I think sometimes their walls will start to come down, and then you may end up having a really good conversation that they might be more open to it. Even one of my friends that I talked to her one time, and she was like very resistant to it, and she even got emotional because she was like, "I can't stand the thought of giving up my carbs and stuff like that." And so I just kind of backed off and just kept loving her. And then we talked again the other day, and she said, the other time we talked, I wasn't in a good spot, and she was kind of apologetic, and she was asking
Mm-hmm.
some questions. I mean, I don't know if she's gonna be interested in joining or not, because I know the cost is an issue for her. But the point is that even if somebody seems like they're a no, don't just throw them in the trash can, because they might be a no for now, but once they see how much you care and they learn more about it, they might be like, wow, maybe that is for me, actually. The patience, I know it's
You
hard.
guys remember my old coach David Bush? He used to say, he says, ask people a question that they can easily say yes to. What's your biggest obstacle? Asking them, what's your biggest obstacle or barrier? And would it be helpful if I had a recipe or a tip or a thing, like a video about that, and let it be easy for them to say, well, yes, that would be helpful, right? So kind of like, here's not what I do, it's here's how I can help. Find out what they need help with, and then offer, would it be helpful if I could do this or give this to you, and let them say yes. It's just more of a, how can I help you, versus let me regurgitate information on you, which is something I've had to really learn. So it's hard for me because I love to give everyone the information. But I would need to learn to ask, how can I help you? And would it be helpful if, right, you had this? Does that make sense? So shift the thinking a little bit and the conversation. Would it be helpful to give you a video, or would it be helpful to give you a list, or would a recipe be helpful, or whatever? So make it easy for them to say yes to you. That's was David's recommendation. So little tip there. Thank you, Amy, for sharing. It's hard. I know it's not easy. Did you have a win or a learn, Amy, that you wanted to share while you were talking? Roxy, you're open here. Do you have a few minutes, or you got to go quick?
No, I'm here. I have the day off, so I'm in the park.
Okay. All right. Amy,
Yeah.
you got anything else for us, or win or learn, Roxy?
Well, I finish if she wants to. Okay. Yeah, I want to share that last Monday we have a call with the coaches where Dr. Mike told us the company is going to a 3.0, and if you have a body that is not is Optavia 2.0. You're not ready to go with the company. So those words that have been in my head for the whole week, like every day, every almost every moment. So because that means like I realized like myself, I guess I got at a point that I thought like, okay, I lost the pounds and I'm okay. I'm kind of skinny and that's fine. You know, I was like in certain level and I was in my comfort zone. But after I heard that, I was really thinking about like I always want to build muscle, but I don't really want to work for it, you know. And it's gonna be so that was like what my big win is like. I started going to the gym. I mean, because I always go to the gym, but I have fun in the gym. You know, I just run like 5K and I just go to the sauna and I'm not worried. I'm just thinking like it's just a movement that I do. But now I'm really thinking like my brain is uh, looking for ways like, okay, I said, yeah, I always wondered, I always thought like in my 50s I will be with muscle. So I don't have the muscles. So, and then I was like, okay, that's not the way that I'm doing it because I think I'm having fun just walking and I know it's good for health, but it's not really, I mean, that's my comfort zone. I really have to go a little bit more. And I was like, yeah, I have to be like a body, maybe not like them, you know, like Dr. Mike and Dr. Amy.
So
But
up your game a little bit.
yes, I said, well, I'm a coach, and I was inspired for others when I went to a party for our friends, and then of course I know genetics is play a role, but I just saw one of my friends' daughters came, and she was like the way I wanted to be, and I was like, oh, I really want to work to be like a coach and also be healthy. I mean, like it's not just how you feel because. But I said I always wanted to do that, but I think it's possible now. I mean, I start dreaming again, and that's my big win. I'm doing things now with purpose again, and not just to maintain. I said I think I'm ready to give to uh, give a little step up. That's
Awesome. You're ready to up your game to 3.0. What's Roxy 3.0? She really wants it and she's really going to try now. Is
yes,
that right?
Yes.
a story of weight loss. That's all.
That's awesome, girl. That's awesome. Bravo. So you're going to take it more seriously. And do you have a
Yes.
3.0 vision of who you're going to be when you get there? Is that, can you rewrite your why or like have your new destination in more in mind?
Uh, yeah. Well, I want to get at least on my my weight and get more muscle because the last time I get one body scan, I still have some fat, even though I look skinny. I mean, people look me skinny, but the numbers are different. So I said I really have to work more and get rid of the fat and just work towards what I want to be. So maybe it's going to be 1 year, 2 years, but I was I'm really looking at a more healthy woman. I mean,
So you know what? Just get your body scan done, figure out what you want your percentage to be and work toward it, right? Your lean muscle mass. Just figure out what that is and work toward it. Does that make sense?
yes, that's what I have in mind. And
Okay, so that's what's next for you. How to make the changes like on your lean muscle mass versus your body weight, right?
yes, and I also want to tell that Betty, last week I had my two first health assessments with some friends in English, and so we were talking when it was time for the Spanish call. So Betty came into the Spanish, and then as nobody came, so we just switched to English, and he just told her story to them. So it was the first time they really hear about us, and so they still don't believe it, but I know I'm gonna share the the Monday talk, because my friend, the lady, wants to be on the keto program. So, and that was perfect just to share them. And yes, so thank you, Betty, and thank you, everybody. I'm always
Yeah,
on
that was
camera, but I'm always listening.
Awesome. Good job. Good job, girl. Awesome, girl. Thank you for sharing. You're so
yes,
inspiring.
good.
So inspiring.
Yes, she
Yee!
is. She is.
Yvonne, tell us what you got, girl. Wins and
Yeah, and
learn.
Amy Kroll still has her hand up
Oh,
from
Amy,
before.
sorry.
Yvonne can go first. Your client
Go
should
ahead,
always go
Amy.
first before
Go
me.
ahead, you got your mic open.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Well, you'll see. You asked about I wouldn't say I've done really a huge purge project. I did get rid of a few items in the garage and did some organizing. Well, I did a lot of work when I hosted a costume party, which was really fun. It was only five. Let's see, well, including me, it was 5 adults and then some little children. But it was really fun, and it made me clean up the house and do some work on that. At least the lower part of the house. And also one thing I did for the costume party, because I'm wanting to start having more gatherings that are um have a focus on building health and healthy habits and stuff. Encouraging my friends in that direction. And also we did start a healthy habits challenge with my little friend group. So
Awesome.
I designed my own tracker for that.
Wow.
So that's why I
Awesome.
haven't been doing the other strength wins, because I just can't handle doing two jobs at the same time.
Oh, awesome, girl.
Okay.
High five. That's fantastic.
Thank you. So I'm excited that some of my friends in our little messenger group have been sharing their trackers, and it's encouraging to me too. And then for the costume party, we didn't have as much time to go over it as I wanted to, but I you know how they had that a little while back, they had that Monday webinar that we talked about that was like how to party like a pro or whatever, tips for going to parties and buffets and things. And that one struck me as so good that I took notes from it, and then I took the notes and turned it into like a question and answer session, like a quiz. And so I printed it out with the questions and the answers, and then I also printed out the quiz. And so we're hoping to actually do it on our next gathering, but I just let them look at the printouts. And so I think about 3 of them took it home because they thought, oh, this looks helpful. So
Great leadership. Great leadership, girl. Great leadership. Good for you.
Yes.
I have yet
I'm
to do
working on
anything. Yes, I have not. I've not done anything in my home. I haven't had any group meetings. So good for you. That is all
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna say.
And I'm
You're
making new friends, making some trying to go more out of my comfort zone and actually make contact, invite people, get to know people, and it's very rewarding when you do it.
great leadership, and you feel so good, and it's great leadership, and it's wonderful. And all of us could do that, truly. We could all have healthy habits gatherings and everybody bring a healthy thing, right? I mean, everybody, you guys don't have to be coaches to do that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
it's true.
invite your family and friends to just say, hey, let's try some new recipes, make them healthy. Let's do this thing, I mean, you don't have to coach. Just,
Yeah,
invite
spread the
them
good
to,
news.
yeah, handouts and like recipe books, whatever. I can give you anything you want. You can do that at your own home. Thank you, Amy. That is awesome. I'm inspired. I want to do that.
Thank you, Amy. I
We,
appreciate
I
it.
want
we
to
get
mow
those
the lawn.
seeds. We get those little seeds and then
Yeah.
we can each go in our direction.
Yep.
What do we want
Yep.
to plant and water and keep going? That's wonderful.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kathy, do you have to run quick? Do you want to say something before you have to go, or do you want Yvonne to go?
Yeah, let Yvonne go. She was ready.
Okay.
Well, I did not. No, let me back that. I have been on a journey, as you guys know, for pain in my body. And I went to a physical therapist that I had to insist on being scheduled with because when I went to the orthopedist, she just poo my issues. So the physical therapist was very enlightening because he explained to me the pain that I have from my wrist to my fingers in both hands has been a part of the journey of weight gain. He said, when you avoid movement because of pain, you will gain weight because everything hurts. And so he said to me to just right now, just stick to stretching and building muscle because lack of muscle causes pain. So the stronger you get, the less pain you have.
Yes.
And I never related that because I've been doing the exact opposite, not doing movement because it hurts so much. He said, but if you keep doing it, the pain will decrease. You'll still have the issue, but the pain won't be as intense. So that was my.
So I want you to go back and listen to Jared's Metabolic Mastery and the Muscle Mastery workshops because they explained that exactly on there. Exactly.
Which day was that?
It's what day is it? We'll go back and I'll make sure we'll go back and make sure you have that. But that is exactly what they said. People are getting replacements for things because they're under conditioned. They're getting knees replaced and hips replaced because they're under conditioned. It's in the Metabolic Mastery video. We'll go back and get it for you, Yvonne. You probably missed it or you just didn't hear it, but that's exactly it. And we cannot, the more muscle we have, the stronger we are, the less our body ache, joints and hurt. And then the more better our diet is, the best, the better inflammation. But that's exactly right.
Yep.
That's exactly right.
Sure.
So
wonderful.
Yeah, I'm
Wonderful
gonna
to
need
hear
that
that.
too. I'm gonna need that too. So just post it in the group, the
Yes,
messenger
yeah.
group, because what?
Yes,
yeah,
I
it's
think we all
under
need that.
conditioning.
Yep.
Yep.
Because when he said it to me, I looked at him like he had two heads. I said, what are you talking about? You know? What are you talking about? So he gave me a set of exercises to do, and they're just stretching, and they are so painful. They are so painful. And he said, just do them and just cry through it if you have to cry through it. And he said, after a while, the pain will be less. He said it won't all be gone, but he said it'll be less and you'll be able to function in the things that you need to do.
Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So true.
Okay, so this is a big breakthrough. I'm so thrilled. Here is a message. I'm putting it in the chat. This is one that Jared did, and I'm sure that was that's probably the hour recording on muscle mass where he talks about we're deconditioned. And so we've got to make sure to build that muscle and get in shape so that our pain goes away. That was one of them. And then skinny versus strong was what it was. And I put that right in the chat. And then, so try starting with that one. Good job, Yvonne. Good job. Now you're going to do things differently. And here's the other thing Dr. Anderson's talking about. He wore his glucometer, right, to look at his spikes, right, in blood sugar. When we're in pain, our blood sugar is up, our cortisol is up, and our fat burning stops. So that is a thing. So when you're in constant pain, you can't lose weight because your cortisol is up and you can't get to fat burn, which is what's been happening with you, Yvonne. You've been doing all the things right, right? But your pain is overriding the nutrition part. Does that make sense?
It makes sense and it explains a lot, but it pisses me off.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
So it's kind of like
Cold
feel
hard
the pain.
facts. I'm with you. I'm with you, Yvonne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to just feel the pain, keep doing the habits, keep putting the good nutrients in, keep strengthening tolerance, and it will all, keep doing the water, just focus on the habits. I know it's hard. I know it's so frustrating.
I'm
I
with
know.
you, Yvonne, because I've been a strong proponent of no pain, no gain. I don't go there. I avoid pain at all costs. But
Amy,
thank you, Patricia, for saying that. Stress is physical, 100%. I was just gonna say, Javon, I actually learned, we've done some of the somatic breathing release techniques. I learned one we worked on one this week that was pain less, joy full. It's like you replacing the pattern in your brain, pain less,
Yes.
joyful, but it worked. Same with stress less, faithful, whatever, your pair of words, but stress
Ooh.
less, joyful, pain less, faithful.
Ooh.
But anyway, that goes along with it, but it actually helps reduce the cortisol first, Yvonne. So reducing some of the inflammation in our brain and in all our cells. And then we can do the other things better.
And the other thing I found out that when he said, the physical therapist and the doctor was saying that it was arthritis. But I'm like, okay, it's arthritis. But then when I went to the physical therapist and he said arthritis is inflammation.
Yes.
I never knew
Itis, anything itis.
Itis is inflammation.
It's inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but you know what? Inflammation is information.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's your body telling you something. Pain is information. Inflammation is information. Now you know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It means that there's something mentally or physically off in your metabolism, and a metabolic reset is needed, and that's what you're doing. That's awesome. I wrote those down in the chat. Those are great, Carrie. Awesome shares. I love that. What great mantras, Carrie. Stress less, painful, or joyful.
Yeah, yeah. And your brain knows what to do with it. Flip the switch, rewrite the script, all that good stuff. Super easy.
While we're doing the havening, while we're doing the self-soothing, that's brilliant. Brilliant. Thank you.
Because then you are processing and releasing.
That's brilliant. Kathy, what do you got, girl? What have you
I
learned?
was just going to quickly say, I know we're kind of over the time, but I'm going to send out, I don't know if you've listened to the latest, I don't even know if it was the latest, Mel Robbins, and she's talking to the cancer doctor.
Yes, the best.
Oh my gosh, everybody needs to hear that. It's everything we've talked about today. Food is medicine. We shouldn't be taking all these medicines. It's our food. And then the exercise. And she kind of just talked what you talked about too, Sarah, or Yvonne. She said that she was in cancer treatment. She was given 3 months to live. At 26, she was misdiagnosed and then finally diagnosed with stage 3 cancer. But anyway, she said she was practically on, it felt like on her deathbed, but she made herself get on a bike and try to pedal or go for a 5-minute walk, because she said that exercise, we lose our muscle mass and then we're toast. So it's so true, but it's an excellent podcast, and I'll send it to you, Amy, and then you can put it out there however you want to put it out there. It's a long podcast, but I'm on my second time listening to it because it's so full of so much information. It's amazing, but again,
it's like an hour, but totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
Well, anything that Jared and Amber do, here's the recordings for that too, you guys, because this stuff is all, we get this every week. So if you're missing things, I don't miss anything. I always go back and listen to every recording because all this stuff, we have it. We don't even have to go to other people for it. We got it. and we don't have to go. I love Mel Robbins, but we don't have to go to Mel Robbins. We actually have what she's saying all in our own system. So
Yeah.
you don't have to go like freaking out about what am I missing around in the world, because that's part of our problem is that we get like squirrel, and we're listening to all these people and we're like, who do I listen to? Who do I trust? Well, it's already here. Okay. So don't get squirreled. But I do love Mel. Um, and Carrie, did you have anything else before you go? I just have one quick share I want to say too.
Oh, go ahead. I'll do another time.
Okay. Are you
Tomorrow's
sure
over. There we go.
you down there and you okay down there in Ecuador? Hanging
Yep, all
in?
good. Hubby's
Got
home.
any?
Back to
You're
school.
here? That's your win? You're here?
That's my win.
Good.
I
Glad to hear that.
while I was gone, I've had the Alaska trip and then I've had this week and then I've had all the stress with my husband, retiring and all this, and I've just been feeling like literal crap. And uh the last several months I'm just feeling like crap, and I can't drive my metabolism like I normally could. I'm at the top of my tolerance window. I normally could drive it back down a few pounds easy. Now nope, it's stuck. I'm constipated like nobody's business. I feel like crap. I feel bloated. I feel disgusting. And because you go on a cruise, you eat other food. You go to Disney, you eat other food. I didn't gain weight, but I feel like crap. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I feel like foggy, toxic, constipated, all the things. The scale doesn't say I weigh anymore, but I feel like crap. So we've been talking about this metabolic synchronicity and metabolic resets and all this stuff, and I'm gonna actually go back to doing a metabolic reset and do a 5-in-1 reset for a few weeks with my husband, because we both are feeling the same way with all the stress, which the cortisol goes up, right?
Mhm.
And get that back down when you're under that constant stress. Travel does that to me. Even though it's good stress, it's still stress. And then you're eating someone else's food. And even though I brought fuelings and all the things, it's just a mess, right? I feel like a mess. So now I'm at the doctor talking about why I couldn't have a colonoscopy because I can't poop. What is going on? This is ridiculous. Why am I on a medication to poop? Okay.
Yes.
It's not okay. It's just not okay. So I'm gonna do a 5-in-1. We're gonna start. I'm gonna get my body scan done. I'm gonna do a 5-in-1, not for weight loss, but to reset because I need to feel better again. And that I know how it felt. I know how it feels when I feel good. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm really excited. My husband's excited too. And if you guys are into doing it with us, I'm gonna pick a day, probably I don't know, Thursday or Friday, or I hate Mondays, but
Yeah, let's have a poop party.
just so you know, I'm gonna go for this because I just need to feel back to me and get rid of all the junk and the stress and the blah blah, right?
Yeah.
All this crap that's stuck in my life. So
Yes.
that's what I'm gonna do. And then the other thing quickly is that my heart was literally breaking being with my brother and my niece and nephew, because I got to witness what they feed those children and what they eat. And I was appalled and complete, like I could bawl right now thinking about it, because I
Oh,
couldn't believe what was going on in my niece and nephew's mouth. I was literally like I had to turn away. I had to pray. I had to just be like, this can't be happening in my family. I mean, all they eat is sugar. All they eat is sugar.
yeah. I
I'm
know.
not kidding you. Maybe a hot dog, maybe a piece of burger. My niece, all she ate was sugar, cookies, candy, and mac and cheese for dinner. And then she wouldn't even eat her mac and cheese. And mac and cheese is just sugar.
I know.
I'm just, I mean, I'm seriously, I just wanted to throw up. I could not take it. I could
Yeah.
not take it. And this is not anyone, my brother and my sister-in-law will not listen to me. They've never taken one shred of offer of help or thing I've ever shared or sent them or said to them or offered them, not one thing. And I'm looking at this going, my niece is sick all the time. She's on antibiotics all the time. She's sick all the time. All the time. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you guys, can't you see what's happening here? And not only that, my sister-in-law's family is all obese. And I'm looking at my brother going, really? Do you not see the writing on the wall for this darling little girl here? Like, what are you doing teaching these kids this stuff? It's not okay. I don't even know what I'm going to do, you guys. I can't even think about it. But I have to tell you,
But it's just like Jolie, who was saying earlier, it's like, oh, join Jane Ann. How do you talk to him? You can't force it into him. I mean, how many times has my dad called 911 because he fell and
Yeah.
he's too heavy to get up?
Same thing with your dad.
Yeah.
But he won't hear it.
Yep. It's just heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. Your dad
Yeah.
too. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I tried to break the
Yeah.
subject with him. Oh no, there's
Nope.
We just have to keep leading ourselves, guys, because we're only in control of ourselves, and that's the only way we can do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just lead with love.
Yeah,
all
lead
you
by
got.
example.
Yep.
Lead by example. Just
Exactly.
know, oh, take deep breaths and just do your best, and leave the rest to God, right? Just
And a little prayer here and there helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I love and appreciate you all, and thanks for staying over. And we look forward to being again together next week.
Yes.
Love you much, and talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
God bless everyone. Love you all. God bless.